This is Becky, and we're with a couple of bees read.
And we also drink wine. Becky, what is our weekly wine?
Our weekly wine is, I have to say, Scout and Cellar has the best brands. Middle Jane.
Yes, we've always loved everything they have.
Oh, they're just such an excellent winery. But Middle Jane is, the story behind it is Jane was the matriarch of the family, and we're talking 4 generations ago. And she was a strong woman, independent woman, and she said anything worth doing is worth doing right. And it's always about that. And that's about our clean crafted wine. You know, our founder wanted a wine that didn't have a bunch of stuff added to it. It did not have pesticides and things like that in it. And so that's why she founded our company. And we're still a relatively young company. We're only 6 years old. And Middle Jane was one of our brands. And Zinfandel is what we're going with today. And so I love a good Zinfandel. And Middle Jane has yet to disappoint us.
It's just so rich and full. Just
look how pretty it is. Oh, smooth.
That is possibly the smoothest wine I've ever had.
Oh, okay. What's your guess?
First of all, this wine would taste really good with dark chocolate.
Oh yes, it would be perfect with dark chocolate.
Goodness.
It's very
fruity. There's a lot. I feel like. Is there strawberry in this one?
Yes.
Good on you.
Yay! And cherry and vanilla, and there's something in there that you cannot put your finger on. It's different. It's a different kind of taste. It's balsamic. Not vinegar, but the balsamic part that you put in the vinegar.
Now that you say that.
Yeah, it's different. And so, love this wine. This wine. This will be a wine that I definitely pick up myself. This came in my Scout circle. And it came in, and I was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna try that one today." So it is just so great. And I can, as I taste it, I think back to the 4th of July, and we had my dad's ribs. You know, Bo and Dad has been tutoring Bo and mentoring him in how to cook the ribs because he has the best ribs, hands down. Anybody. And as I tasted this, I said, oh my goodness, would this not taste?
That would have been perfect with those ribs.
Oh, just anything like that. Barbecue.
But they're all gone because we ate them.
Yeah, we ate all them and the chicken. That so it also would go well with, just any kind of barbecue, any kind of grilled, I think.
This is the barbecue wine. You're going to have to get it next time we cook out.
Oh, yes. I think that'd be a good idea. So I'll definitely order some more of
this. Get Bo to make his steaks.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yes, that would be so good. Anyway, interesting fact I didn't know. Zinfandel grapes are some of the oldest grapes in the world. They go back 6,000 years BC.
Wow.
Yes. I was like, wow, that is the coolest thing, So, anyway, great history on wine. Now, our book is The Perfect Ones. And this is an Aardvark selection. And I've always enjoyed my Aardvark books. Now, I have to tell you, this book here, it disturbed me. It disturbed me. Okay, all right, we're in it, and it's all about influencers.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Now, I don't personally know really any influencers. I don't feel like we're influencers. We don't.
No.
Yeah, we don't have enough followers because we started gaining some followers, and
Instagram kicked us out
twice.
But we're not going to do what these characters did.
Definitely not going to do that. No. So anyway, but as I read it, I thought, oh my goodness, I don't want these people in my life.
Mm-mm.
I mean, they are, at first when you're reading it, you're going, oh my goodness, they're so shallow. They're so, do anything for a follower, do whatever. And then the more in depth you get into knowing the characters, I was like, oh, bless their hearts,
Yeah.
I just was like, I felt sorry for them. And the mother in me came out, like with Holly, she's the number one influencer in the little group they talk about because she's got over 1 million followers. I mean, bless her little heart. I just wanted to go hug her and say, baby, it's going to be okay,
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Celeste, who is another, and she is just so insecure and everything, yet she starts out with posting about trendy fashion and all this kind of stuff, which as you get to know her, it's like, why did she choose that doesn't seem to be her personality at all, not the real her anyway. And then she has a child, and she has all these issues with her child, and and so she ends up taking her platform and switching it to help mothers. Like her child is on the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes from being this person that's gaining followers, even though she's an introvert and doesn't really like the notoriety of it. But then she sees, as she understands what's going on with her daughter, I can use this platform because people are not listening to the mothers of these children.
Mm-hmm.
And she uses it to gain knowledge and to help support other mothers and parents that have children that have autism. And so she just does a total 180 with her stuff, which, I was just like, oh my goodness, bless her heart. I want to go hug her too, And then there's a couple they talk about, and they're just kind of mentioned here or there, and you don't really get to know them much. And then there's Alabama Wood.
Mm-hmm.
And God love her. I'm just going to tell you, Alabama Wood needs some help. And different people try to give her help. And she is so obsessed with followers, and she's so obsessed with Holly, who is the one that has the 1 million followers and everything. She starts running because that's what Holly does. Everything Holly does, she sets notifications on her phone so that she can, as soon as Holly posts something, she can be the first one to like it. Because if you look up on Instagram and stuff, if you're like the first 2 or 3 people that like something, your name comes up, and then it says and 999 others. Well, she can't get past number 5, and it really irritates her because even with the notification, she can't be 1, 2, or 3 to like Holly's post so that her name shows up. Anyway, so this company, Pink Purse, is going to do an influencer retreat and invites all these characters to come to Iceland, of all places. Iceland. Okay, and so they got
very pretty.
It is very pretty, and I have a friend that went to, her and her husband. They went to Iceland, and
my Mima went to Iceland one time.
Yeah, I've had several people go, and they just talk about how wonderful the people are, and the food, and it's just so gorgeous and everything. But this is where they go. But you think about influencers, and how they present themselves physically and all this other stuff, and then you're like, is this But anyway, it was interesting. And so some stuff that I can't tell you because it would be it's some of the twist that goes on. There's a big twist at the end. And I just have to say, the way this book ended, there's got to be a sequel.
Unless it's just the ultimate cliffhanger.
No, I can't imagine that she's not going to write a sequel. And, I'm just saying, bless her heart. She's named after my state, and that's one of the reasons I picked the book up. Alabama Wood, So, and I just want to show you because I think the author is just the cutest thing. I think she is so pretty. I don't know if everybody can see her little picture right here.
Aww.
And guess what? She is like super brained. Intelligent, everything. She works for a biochemical patent agent, in Washington, D.C. in a law firm. I mean, she is like super smart.
Wow.
Yes. So she is, there's nothing shallow about her or anything, you know. So anyway, the book was really interesting. It was kind of like this for me because, like I said, I started out and I'm like, oh, good grief. These people are just irritating me with, you know, all this stuff. And then as you get to know them, Wayne says, I try to mother the world. And she said, Becky, you can't mother everybody. You know, some people just you have to leave alone. But it was like I said, I just wanted to literally find them and hug them and say, you know, it's going to be okay, baby. Don't worry about it. You know, because they're really more insecure than you think about. And, you know, you and I talked about it and said, you know, there are these narcissist people out there, and then you have all these people that they're not narcissists, but some people may think they're shallow and they're that way just by their brand or whatever they put out there, but they're really not. They're struggling and they're just trying to make a living and they're trying to you know, do what they can. So, but I would say, you know, give it and I'm going to tell you, I normally, I'm reserving the 5-star. I'm going to say 4 right now because of the way, if there's a sequel and it satisfies me with what, then I can change it to a 5. But you know me, I liked everything tied up in a little pretty pink bow and happy ending and all that. And I just don't feel like some of these characters are getting their happy ending, which I mean I know is real life, but the way the book ends, you know, y'all, I'm just gonna tell you, when it ends, it's like, and then you're like, what the heck, you know, what's going on? And so if she doesn't have a sequel, I will be shocked. So I think there's one coming. I really do, and I will have to read it because I have to know what happens. So. You know, Nicole, if you're listening to me, baby, I need a sequel.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you want some wine, check the link below. If you want the book, definitely check out Aardvark.
Oh, yes. We will see y'all.